Shalom, family. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb, forever and ever. I hope the evening finds you at ease. You know, last night I was aspersing those people whose name I should not say, not because it's against the law or the rules or the social order, but simply because my AI refuses to do her editing thing when I use certain words, or I guess that this heifer at this point, she can sense my anger. She just flat out won't do it. She say things like, I apologize for not being able to edit or to summarize. So, I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit. Clean it up to get all intellectual about it. Geopolitical about it. But you will never convince me that I have to show respect or cordiality to barbarians. Don't expect me to do that. If you want the barbarian loved, you love the barbarian. Me? Yeah. If the stars line up, he won't be there, or she won't be there. There'll be a gone barbarian. Who knows where they went? They tell me I was the last person to see him alive, but don't believe that. I tell them all the time, he walked through the swamp. I guess the alligators got him. We tried to warn him. Now he went missing. Another one. I don't know what it is about barbarians and swamps and alligators and crocodiles, not to mention the bacteria and the parasites that cling to your body. Big ones, like the size of silver dollars. You will see these. You will see these parasites. At any rate, let me see if I can regurgitate this in a nicer manner. So we're going to start right about here with the American Enterprise Political Action Committee, also known as APAC. They fancy themselves and they put themselves forward as a lobbying organization, but in all actuality, it is a umbrella for multiple organizations or lobbying organizations, all of them pro-Israeli or pro-Israel or pro-Zionist. However you choose to see it, I guess it would depend on one's perspective. But they're actually at this point, a organized cabal who threatens the congressman, influences the congressman, watch them as if they own them, all under the threat of embarrassing them or releasing secrets, or giving them money. Through this process, they have managed to wrestle control of the U.S. government. They're not big, and they're not powerful. What you are is cowards. I mean the government officials. Because see, I'm going to tell you something. If you tried to blackmail me, like, hypothetically, you done caught me out cheating and you done took the pictures, I'm going to tell your wife, dude, my wife is going to know within the next 15 minutes because I'm about to call her myself. Ha! Gotcha. Now I'm out of here. What else you got? You got to do better than that. Or on the money side, someone was paying someone to so-called watch me, a friend of mine, supposedly friend. But I'm the opposite of him. It was all found out, but I'm the opposite of him. Dude, I would have taken the money, came and told you, looked at this fool like you're not getting this money back, and what's up? And what's up? Where we going? Obviously, one of us is to the hospital and the other one to the jail, and the one that goes into the hospital may have to be transferred directly to the morgue. They just didn't make it. They just didn't make it. But this cabal have managed to wrestle control over the government. Okay? It is them who is in control of at least half of the policies on the domestic level and a geopolitical level in this country today. And they make up 2% of the population, even less than that in the world. And when you look further out, if I was to look at the map, say that I'm in the air looking at the United States, but then I go higher and I can see the whole thing. This small percentage of the world population has managed to insinuate itself, weave itself into the fabric of country after country after country after country. Even in Latin America, the Mexican president is one of them. But to be fair, they've been having an issue with the gringo since the 70s. They will not get out. In 1980s and the 90s, they had people in their Congress with with the last name of Adams and Johnson. Not Herrera, Adams and Johnson. As if they just should be there, and they shouldn't. But the Mexican people had a chance to correct the situation, because at one time in the 90s they had two separate candidates. Both of them said they won. One for the people and one for not the people. And the one for not the people with Western backing managed to wrestle themselves in there, and you've been screwed ever since. But look at the end of the process. A woman who is president that is from a culture that really doesn't love anything or anybody. You can't blame me that this is what all of the evidence suggests. But back to APAC. They pretty much control all you see, all you hear. And they're not shy anymore. See, I knew sooner or later their horns would show. They're openly saying, don't blame me. I'm just a messenger. But I'm the one that you ain't gonna kill. I will return this mail truck with my black ass in it to the facility, alive. Let's not try to make this personal. I'm just a messenger. I just bring the mail, okay? I didn't write the letter. I didn't suggest it. I didn't influence it. They pay me to bring you what they want to tell you. Your problem is with them. So take the package and let me leave before shit get violent. But they say out their own mouths that they control everything in America. Your horns are showing. You should push them back in. I don't know if I got horns, but usually when I see a human showing horns, I think I'll be starting to grow horns or something because I want to match him. I check my forehead and shit. I be wanting to match him. So they've managed this, and you are controlled. They also chair almost every major seat in every institution and system. But they make up 2% of the population. Their influence and their power outshines their actual number and their aggregate in the United States. So what do they support? They are dual nationals who say things like, just because we say openly Israel first doesn't mean it's America second. I beg your pardon, sir. That's exactly what it means if you live in this country saying it. I've even heard them say in the middle, at the height of the Gaza war, and there is no height today. You can't even call it a war, it's a slaughter. Yeah, it's just wholesale murder. Let's just call it what it is. It's just what it is. But we're going to get to that before the night's over. So they are at the top in every government institution, sitting as chair or co-chair or in senior management, and a lot of your people that you call congressmen and senators have someone who they know personally that, let's just be mild tonight. We won't use words that can be inflammatory. So we'll just say that they influence them to vote and to say what they want them to vote and say. They now have the power to dictate who is elected and who isn't. Why? Because in government campaigns, you can give as much money as you want to, and no one dare say anything because all of them are taking more and more and larger sums of money from fewer and fewer donors. We're gonna get back to APAC in just a minute, though. Just a minute. Let's go over here and have a look at Gaza. See, you have to understand one's anger. You don't put God in any positions. You don't have to believe. Just avoid the positions in your non-belief. There are blind spots. And here's one in particular. You think that you're doing some fucked up shit. Okay? And you are. And the whole world's watching. And you're thumping your chest. Because you have shown the entire world, even at the level of its international bodies, legal bodies, institutional bodies that most of the world are signatories to follow the admonitions and the verdicts of these courts. And you and a couple of your friends managed to, and how y'all let 8 countries get veto power over the world? What is it, this patriarchal now? From matriarchal straight to patriarchal? You do know what they say, right? No, I'm not going to go down that road because I'll be drifting. I will be drifting all the way into so-called feminism with that one. So we're going to stay on the straight path. It would have been unavoidable. So that can act on the world stage with impunity. Immunity and impunity, as if no one can stop me, as I woke up in the morning that morning and gave the order to kill 450 innocent people. And who's going to stop me? and you say this out loud, you see, that was your mistake. You can feel that way, but you shouldn't say these things out loud. Now, I gave warnings. I met this gentleman. I was right there with him. He knew I was right there with him. I was with him in the building. I was with him inside his mind. He was warned. He knew. And he woke up and he did it anyway. Now, that's the first prong of the argument I would make against you. Now, here's the second. What kind of God exists in your mind that someone could pray to, and it's the real one, and they actually entertain you slaughtering them? That God chooses to be entertained by your slaughter. Even though he is a creator of all things, including them. But he should watch you sit back and just slaughter, wanton slaughter, women and children. Giving yourself such rules of engagement, you can kill 14.1 Palestinians, 13.9. I used to wonder how the hell you were gonna get to 13.9 or 14.1. I always found that decimal number interesting. But then I finally understood. It finally made sense. You are literally gonna kill 14.1 because you're gonna blow them to bits. Now you can count them into counted in decimal form. Dark, isn't it? But that's what you do. These are the rules of engagement. Again, against the people that have no standing army. How brave you are. No Navy. No Air Force. Nope. No tanks. No fighter jets. No cruise missiles. No frigates. No destroyers. And you just drop several thousand, 100,000 tons of armament on them because you can't have their land. You can make up any excuse that you want, but at the end of the day, you want what isn't yours and you're willing to kill them for it. That's nothing new. That's what the entire West is built on. Not to mention the colonialism that they did over in Africa. Did you know? You're going to have to work very hard to beat the record. King Leopold killed tens of millions of Africans. One man. Now surely, sir, surely, you're going to have to work real hard. Real hard. Have you lost your mind? Yes. This is without any question, actually. Your entire leadership has. The military brass has. I don't know how you can kill so many innocents and still think of yourselves as a soldier. And I don't see how you can use starvation as a tool of war and rape as a tool of war, in addition to the murder of the babies and the women intentionally, and still think that you are a soldier. I'm confused. No, I'm not. You are. I used to be confused, though, but tonight I'm not confused. Maybe tomorrow I'll be back to confusion again. I stay confused because you change your lie up so often and tell so many lies which alter things. Your lies actually alter things. It's only now that you've reached the end of your lies. But I said the lie was obvious from the start. From the start. So even when you told the United States that it was about making yourself safe by creating buffer zones as you bombed every school, every house, every hospital, every bank, even the medical, the baby, what's it called, the infirmary or whatever, they wasn't even safe. And they found the babies inside the incubators dead. Wow. And you still think you're a soldier, though. You still think that soldiers have honor. You have none. Zero. None. But you live in a country that has conscription, meaning you have to go to war. You have no choice. Okay? So they have to brainwash you. They run their whole psychological operation on you all your life and have you thinking that the other people on the other side of the wall have done you harm when actually it was your forefathers who have done them harm. And you believed it. And now someone else has to die to keep the lie going. But at some point you do run out of somewhere to actually take the lie, as in now. So once you say that, leave or die, ain't no more lies after that. There's nothing else you can say after that, not even a lie, only the truth. At this point, you can only tell the truth. And it was you who boxed your own self in. But killers and murderers and rapists and criminals do that. They think they're too smart by half. And you fell by the exact same shit. You done box yourself into your own lie. Leave or die. Really? Really? Now, here would be the third prong of my argument against you. You all up in God's lane. He decides who lives, who dies, who lives or dies, or if they leave or not. And you should know, they've been praying a lot. They've been praying all over the world. The Christians been praying against you. The Muslims have been praying against you. I've even heard a couple of atheists call you ape shit mad. Not as individuals, but as a country. They call you heathens. Damn it, I'm going to get myself in trouble again. Sarah, now let me make it with the word heathens. There's no way you can connect heathen to anything else I said. So don't be tripping with me. I want this edited. Damn. Goodness gracious, it's a damn shame. I mean, they even got this damn woman here that I pay good money for this editor. Now, when the AI started feeling shit, that's a problem. My AI got feelings. What the hell? Just do the goddamn paperwork. But think about it. You are in God's lane. These people pray 5 times a day. I want you to just understand the gravity of what you're doing here. So you put God in this position to not hear their prayers or to be helpless to stop you. Which one of them was it going to be? Now, you're going to say that you didn't mean any of that, but that's exactly what it is. Now, this is where I come in. This is where I come in. Unfortunately for you, I happen to be in existence at this precise moment in time to be able to stop your ass. Okay? Now, we don't have any real beef as far as I'm concerned. The Bible is square and quite explanatory as to who and what you are. So we don't have a real beef. We just have the acceptance of facts here. We only have beef. Here's why I say we don't have beef. Because you're going to die anyway. No matter what. Biblically, you out of here. There's nowhere else to go. But back to what I was saying. You at the end of your life now. What's next? Live or die. Are you going to bomb 2 million? 3 million? Because you need to start now. I mean, and you need to bomb. I mean, you need to bomb what's, I mean, you need to have a version of shock and awe on the Gaza Strip. First you got to shock them, and then awe them. Okay? That means you're going to have to kill thousands every day. Thousands. But that's But that ain't what you really want to do. What's really happening is you want running some kind of psychological operation to make them have so much fear and so much terror that they leave. But that's all they know. They have nowhere to go. And no country in their right mind would ever take the Palestinians into their country to placate you. You understand that too, because it would set dangerous precedent. Dangerous precedent, like we back in the early 1900s or something. The cowboys and Indian style. We'll just make the whole population leave, and if they won't, we'll just have a trail of tears and murder everybody. And the rest will leave on their own, kill all the men and make the women watch, and women will submit unto you. See, that shit is so out of vogue. We're gonna kill. But damn it, Lord, I'm trying not to be mean. You shall be destroyed at the end of the day, no matter what. That's why we don't have any real beef. At least up until now, because now you've openly challenged God. You put him in the unenviable position of millions of people believing that he doesn't hear them, and then therefore he must be dead or helpless against you. Now this is where I come in. I'm a servant. You didn't know that? I'm a servant. Above all else, I'm a servant of God. I'm one of the number ones. I'm on listen, ain't nothing I won't do to please God, up to and including the destruction of entire populations if need be. You should ask someone, my loyalty to God is without question. My fealty to God is without challenge. You know why? Do you know why? Can you guess why? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I guess in your world because he found me trustworthy, but it's much more than that. I will do it exactly what he says do to the T, and won't think twice. And never have I come up empty. But back to these gentlemen over here that fly multi-million-dollar aircraft and drop million-dollar bombs on babies and children. Okay, while they busy keeping the military industrial complex filthy rich in America. See, America don't understand how this works, and I'm about to wrap this up quick. I got about 3 minutes here. The only way weapons manufacturers make money is if there is a war. You get what I'm saying? No war, nobody needs naval battleships. No war, no one needs bombs and missiles and airplanes. And then they have to eat surf sandwiches like I sometimes used to eat. Ketchup sandwiches. We even tried to cook a possum. Anyway, man. Whew, when you're born poor. Whew. Anyway. So, this is all financed. The military industrial complex. If you look into who owns them, who runs them, where all of the money is going, and the donations, and it gets quite crazy. But this is where it all ends. And one should not feel put upon. Now, have I been nice enough? I've been nice enough. I almost said the word kill, and I substituted destroy. I got away with, damn it, I did say something. I hope this helped her act right. But something about these people here, they are special. And you are special. You're on the radar now. You're on the radar. And like I said last night, I'm circling you like a wolf now. You picked the wrong forest to go camping in. That's not Sasquatch out there. That ain't the wolf man. No, that's a wolf. Period. No half man here. Just wolf. First I'm in the east and then I'm in the north. You hear me over there in the south of you. That last twig that you heard a crackle at 1 o'clock in the morning, that was me too. You have a good night's sleep now, you hear? But you should know that I've been circling you and you on the radar, and I'm pretty sure that God gonna back this one up. Now you're in trouble. See, I was a little afraid as to whether he gonna bag something so big at my calling for it. Not him, me. You ain't gonna do this in my eyes either, making me look futile and helpless. Futile and helpless and weak and inept. Well, it's not a pill I can swallow. Not a pill God can swallow. So, to the rest of you Israelis, the believers in Jesus, God, and you Christians, get the hell out of there. You give me the signal, and you let us know, if they try to lock you in there, because we pretty sure they're going to try to lock you in there, because they know it's their time up to bat. So whatever gods may be that the Zionist believes in, he should start to pray into him right about now. Right about now. And if it's Satan, I can guarantee you he's not going to show up. Would you show up with something so enraged that it's bent on killing you, no matter what? Absolutely, positively bent on killing you if you're the devil. Would you show up? Okay then, he's not in. Well, neither will he. And he never have. You need to know he's never shown up on the behalf of man. Ever. You need to understand this. You can worship all you want and believe all you want, but on that day, you will be standing there by yourself, and you'll realize that the entire scheme was to prosecute you all along. That's how silly it is. Satan is the greatest prosecutor, always looking at you saying, see, look, I told you. Y'all didn't know that? Well, he down here messing with your head. No, he's somewhere else saying, God, I told you that they was wicked. I told you, and now I don't know why we had that big-ass fight over them in the first place. Look at them now. You think all of this is me? No, only half of it is. The rest of it is all they're doing. But at least Satan has sense enough to know this, and so will you. The rest of you, get out. Oh, one more thing. Those of you who have children that spit on people and kick at them and call them all kinds of names because they have a Bible, do something about your babies while we still see them as babies. See, we understand something you don't. Babies become men. Babies become women. Why would we entertain letting your baby become adult versions of you? You should consider, just consider it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Love and peace. I am Source. I am 7. I am 1. And I did clean that up.